Hello, and welcome to another episode of Riding in Cars with Books. I'm Jaclyn,
And I'm Phillip.
and today we're going to be discussing Youth Group by Bowen McCurdy and Jordan Morris.
Woohoo!
This, if you haven't watched already, was one of our favorites of 2024, and I can't believe we haven't been shouting about it in the car until now.
That does seem kind of odd to me.
I know. If you ever came into the shop while we were there, we talked about this book nonstop, even before it came out. So, we're going to talk about it with spoilers today.
Alerts of the spoiler type.
Alert. So, I'm going to read from the back of the book what it's about. When Kay is right here, reluctantly agreed to join the youth group at Stone Mission Church in Orange County, California, she expected the Jesus talk and the dorky sing-alongs and the colorful posters about dodging temptation. What she didn't expect was to stumble on her youth group leaders, Meg and Cortland, in the middle of a real-deal exorcism. Turns out they're both soldiers in a secret organization of demon hunters fighting a war that's starting to heat up. And even if Kay wanted to stay on the sidelines, she doesn't have a choice. She's a Blight, a human who demons can't possess, and apparently that's made her a target.
Dun, dun, dun.
Will Kay find her place in a world that's so much more God-fearing and monster-fighting than what she's used to? Will the Stone Mission Youth Group find common cause with their badass peers and other faiths? Did I say that right?
I have no idea.
Badass peers of other faiths.
Faith.
Faiths.
Faith. Not faces.
It sounds like I'm saying face,
It
but
does
I'm
sound
not.
like you're saying face.
Okay.
Is this the whole knives thing again?
Yes, shut up. Or will a pack of small-time demons use Blights like Kay as the key to starting some big dang trouble? Woo! So yes, it's about demon hunting, and it is delightful.
Yes.
Absolutely delightful.
It is.
The end.
It is great.
So, you thought it was great.
Of course
What
I
else? What else? What are your general thoughts?
So one of my... There's a lot to unpack in this book. First of all, the art's great. The writing is great. Like, the story itself, if you're a fan of, I guess, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you're going to be a fan of this. Don't. Just trust me.
Trust him.
But
he's a doctor.
I play one on TV. But the interesting thing that I find that obviously hits home with people, even in this little world, is, oh, well, my faith is better than your faith. So even though we're all fighting the same demons, screw your youth group because I'm better than you.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's well done. And all the kids are like, what are you talking about? Like, let's get help, but not the adults. The adults are like, nah, dog. Like, my faith's better than your faith. Get out of here with that crap.
Yeah.
So it humors me to no end.
So
The world's ending, but that's what we're worried about, people.
So they have their youth group, and the girls were like, why don't we get the other youth groups to come help us? And the main youth group leader, Doug, is like, no, they do dark
Who's the
magic.
adult?
Yeah.
He's the adult.
They do dark magic or whatever. We're not dealing with that. But the kids decide on their own that we should have a rager and invite all the other groups. So there's 3 other groups that show up to the party: Temple Beth Israel, Immaculate Heart, and Polaris Coven. So,
Not the Wiccans.
of course, there's drinking and kissing and all kinds of stuff at this party. So much sinning.
So much.
And it's kind of funny.
I got the vapors.
Meg walks in on Cortland kissing another guy, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. But she's not embarrassed because they're gay. She's embarrassed that she ruined the moment.
Right.
And they're like, I will come after people who are mad that you're gay. Like, let's be real. You can be Christian and be gay.
But the whole principle of this book is really how this youth group is, up to this point, has always been demon hunters. But they've all been that way. There's all these different youth groups that are fighting evil demons, right? So there may be other youth groups out there that is based by a demon, but they're the good demons.
Yes.
Can't answer that.
But they're demons.
But and so this one is fighting the evil demons of temptation, And sometimes things become too powerful for one group and everyone's got to come together. But the story really is about Kay and where she fits in with either the demon hunting or any of that part, right? So, because this is where she was kind of forced into going to a youth group to begin with.
Because of her dad.
Because of her dad. And the demon part comes in because they've become too powerful, because they've been, the good guys have been splintered in essence. And so them having to come together and fight the overall demon, it leads, once again, this leads her to life choices.
Yes.
Right? Like, is this something that she wants to do? Does she have her own dreams?
Does she want to be in a church group?
Does she want to be in a church group? Does she still want to be friends with a lot of these people after finding out what they did? And how much help does she want to give?
Yeah. But she goes away to a training camp with Meg, and they they become killing machines.
You need
basically.
to show some of the art. You haven't shown any of the art
I
yet.
did.
Oh, did you? Sorry, I didn't
I was
see
trying to find the page of her and Meg in the car. Yeah, her and Meg go on a road trip, and they stay at this camp, this church camp, to watch the new Seinfeld. That's funny.
Basically, it's a safe house.
Yeah.
It's a safe house for this youth group place that fight demons is what it is.
So they start training, and then meanwhile, Cortland and his boyfriend are training. So Cortland allows the demons to possess him, and that's how he learns their behavior. So that's interesting.
Right.
And then I guess
and he kind of befriends a demon, which kind of helps.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because he traps.
He learns how they work by that. This kind of reminds me of Beauty and the Beast slinging the water jugs. But then the demon comes to their camp. And so Kay, being a blight, she's like, well, they can't possess me. How about I possess them? And she performs the exorcism from inside the demon.
Reverse exorcism.
It was pretty cool.
It is actually really cool.
And then it's kind of over, but then she's in NYU living her best life. So it was action-packed and full of friendship and questions about faith and all kinds of things. And then it's just a lot of fun.
The art's really...
It's beautiful.
Yeah, the art's great. It goes along with the story really well.
Oh, Doug dies. Spoiler.
Spoiler.
I'm just telling you everything.
Yeah.
He basically sacrifices himself to save them, though.
Right. He still wasn't... he was the leader of the youth group. He still wasn't the best guy, but his intentions were...
He was trying to save his kids. The demon was coming after his kids or something. And
they tried to do... They tried to do a redemption arc to him, which for me, you saved your own kids, but yeah.
But then Cortland kind of takes Doug's kids under his wing, and
right.
They're cute kids. But it was a really fun story.
But it has like I said, if you're used to Buffy the Vampire Slayer or anything like that, it's got a lot of that feel and vibe to it about how they train and then grow up. And there's not just one.
Well, the found family and the queerness, definitely.
Found family?
Yeah.
That seems to be a theme on a lot of books that I like.
Yeah. Family's not always blood.
That's correct.
But yes, we both love this book. And I know we told you everything that happened, but you should still read it.
Yeah, we didn't tell you everything that happened. There's a lot of stuff.
It's really fun and beautiful. If you got some religious trauma, you should check it out.
Good things happen, bad things happen.
Yeah.
But it was...
And it's kind of set up where there could potentially be a sequel, I feel like. And that would be fun.
Yeah, I hope they end up doing something like that.
That'd be cool.
This to me feels like one of those books that doesn't get talked about enough.
No.
It is definitely a top tier graphic novel.
It was our favorite of the year.
It was. It was probably my top book of the year.
It was probably my most anticipated book of the year.
Well, yeah.
because I've been waiting for forever for Bowen to do more work. Come on, lady, pump it out. I'm just kidding.
Calm down.
I also like in the back of the book, there was like photographs and the creators like included like real pictures from their life, even though it has nothing to do with.
Because it's a time period. It's a time period piece. Yeah.
It's a timepiece.
So it's
first annual interfaith mixer.
right.
And they crossed out Rager, but I'm still.
Yeah, they called it a mixer.
But there's like real pictures of them at parties in the back, and I thought that was so fun to include.
Yeah.
Because it's not nonfiction.
And I think, it's funny.
It's great. It's wonderful. Highly recommend it.
Yes. Go to your local comic shop.
Yes.
Pick it up.
And check out Bowen and Jordan's other work. Jordan has written another graphic novel called Bubble. I haven't read it yet, but we own it and I want to read it. Yeah. And apparently it's really good too. Bowen, anything they do, I'd recommend because it's beautiful.
Yes.
Spectre Inspectors is delightful.
Right, which is another underrated graphic novel. That was from Boom, right?
Yes, that was like a Scooby Gang type book.
Which is also a highly underrated.
We could talk about them forever.
Yep.
So, check it out, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.